Hi, I'm Emma from Chichester Slings, and today I'm going to show you how to put on a ring sling. So I've taken my ring sling and I've laid it on the shoulder that I want the rings to be. Baby will be on this hip. So I've taken it around and I've made sure it's nicely spread out along my back, and I'm just going to gather that up into my hand. And I'm going to bring it round and bring it up through both rings. Through both rings, and just to make sure this is my top and this is my bottom rail. And now I'm going to put it back through the bottom ring. Put it through. And again I'm going to check this is my top, this is still my bottom, and I'm going to just punch it up. And I'm just going to punch it along my fingers like this to make sure that it hasn't folded over onto itself. Okay, so it's like that, and now I'm just going to pull that back through the ring. There we are. Now I'm going to roughly size the pouch of the sling for my baby, and I think we just need it to be a little bit bigger on the top rail to pop her in. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of the top out like this. And now we're going to have room to get her in there. I'm going to take my baby, pop her up on my shoulder. Now I'm going to reach through my material and guide her legs through. Now I'm going to position her in the position that I want her to end up in. So for a slightly smaller baby, that position would be either in a centred or off-centred position on my chest. For a larger baby or a toddler, it might be on the hip position. Generally, you'd go onto a hip position after baby can sit up on their own. So I'm going to move baby into the position that I want her to be in. Bring her down a little bit. And her legs are effectively around my waist. So now I'm going to make sure that the rope, so the ring sling's become gathered up like a rope, is going all the way from one knee pit right the way round into her other knee pit. And now I'm just going to check that my top rail has stayed my top rail and that it's not got tangled up. And you can either do that from following it around from the front like this, or you could find it under your arm and you could follow it round under her bum like this, which also takes a bit of the slack out. So now I'm going to just pull the sling up, just covering her bum. There we are. And I'm going to put one hand under her bum, which acts as a brake for the material. The other hand, I'm going to pull the material up her back until it's at the right height. And if it's a newborn baby that you're putting in your ring sling, you want the material to come up to the top of their head and then fold it back down again. If it's a slightly older baby, you're coming up to the nape of the neck, and for a toddler who wants to have their arms out, you can go up to their armpits. So for my baby today, we've gone up to the nape of her neck, and now I want to tighten up my top section of material. So I'm going to take the slack round from under my arm, all the way around her back, and I'm going to bring it all the way around to my tightening system, which is my rings, and I'm going to pull it through. And to stop it getting tangled up, you want to do sort of lots of little movements rather than one big pull. And again, bring the slack round. And just give it a bit of a general tighten like that. And again, I can assess whether the underneath part needs to be tightened. And that rope of sling that we started off with, the majority of that material is still under her bum. And if you can see like that, it's gone up in between us, and it's gone still from one knee pit here right round to the other knee pit here. And I'll move that out of place so you can see. So there she is in the sling. If it's a really newborn baby and you want to give them a bit of extra neck support, you can use the extra part of material that you fold down from the top of the head and take the tail of the ring sling, give it a bit of a twist, and then you can just tuck it into the material that's behind the head here, which creates a little bit of a pillow for them. I haven't left enough space to do that. So that is baby inside a ring sling. And to take her back out again, I'm going to put my hand under her bum and loosen a little bit. I'm going to take the material down so that again she's sitting on it like a rope. I'm going to lift her up a little bit onto my shoulder, put her under her bum, and get her legs out. Now she's out of there. The ring sling is set up for her size still, so I can take this off over my head next time I want to use it. It's still sized for my baby, so I can just pop it back on again, and I'll be ready to put her in it again. If you've got any questions or you want to have a look at my other videos, you can take a look at my website, which will be appearing up here, www.chichesterslings.co.uk, or you can find us on Facebook, we're Chichester Slings. Thank you, bye!